Hi everybody, it's Michelle, and today I'm going to be moving into my new digital planner. I have here my brand new planner, and it's an academic year planner, so I'm going to be using it for the second half of 2018. And I start out my planners usually a month before, and so there's always a bonus month, and they begin in June. And actually this one, the weekly calendar started yesterday, which was May the 28th. And I haven't done anything in here yet because I thought my process of moving in that I would show you guys how I do that. So I have open up here in GoodNotes my planner, my current planner, and this is the new one. And once I am finished moving over the things I want from the current planner, I will rename it and archive it. And then this one also right here is going to be renamed, so it's something easy for me to remember, and it shows up on my list the way I want it to. I've decided that for the new version of my planner, there are quite a few things that I'm not going to be moving over into here that are in like the tab section of my planner. So I will be doing separate notebooks for those, and I'll show you how I do that in a different video in the future. But I do know that I need my May calendar because as of right now, today, it is still May. And so I want this for a reference in the new one. So what I'm going to do is actually copy this page from this planner by going up here. And I'm going to hit edit. And I am going to find it right here. I'm going to select it and I'm going to copy. Now I'm going to go over to my new planner, and I'm going to put in a page right before here just to add that in. I'm going to add the plus sign, and I'm going to put it here, hit the plus, paste the copied page, and it's right here. Now remember, this came from a separate planner, so it was a different file, different notebook. I'm going to hit done. So even though the page is here, and it looks real similar, it is not similar because it's from a different file, so the tabs do not work. I only want this for reference. It doesn't really, it's not part of the functioning planner. I can hit the tabs and they're not going to work. It's not going to work for me because they are not linked to anything in this planner. So I have my month overview here, and I start out my weeks, and this is a completely new design, and I did this to kind of mimic the way that I plan when I'm using a bullet journal because I'm very comfortable with this format right here. So I have top 3 at the top. So those are the things I want to focus on for the day, that if nothing else gets done, I want to at least try to get those 3 things done for the day. And then I have a schedule. And then at the bottom, there's a section here for task or notes. So you can put in additional tasks or just notes for the day. And then this section over here on the side, just for like weekly notes or tasks that need to be done for the week. So I'm going to show you quickly what this one looks like. So it's basic. It's fully dated, beginning on May the 28th, all the way through the end of June of 2019. And there's the calendar and the tabs. So there's tabs for each month over here. And then these tabs are not named any longer. I took the names off so they can be customized, except for the bottom tab, which is the bonus tab, because this is where you find all the extra things that come with the planner. So there's the today page if you need a whole day for to jot out notes and make your schedule. That's all here. You can just copy this and paste it into the planner. This is a blank weekly spread just in case, which is not dated. This is another weekly spread. It's actually on 2 spreads, so it's 2 days per page with a column to do dailies that way, or a horizontal spread the same way. So if you don't feel like using the dated part in the front, or if you need extra room, there's this back here that you can just copy and paste into the planner. And then my meal planning section with the shopping list on the side, and then lined paper, grid paper, graph paper, and blank. And these are the ones that I copy and paste into the planner wherever I need them for any notes that I may be taking throughout the year. So that is the bonus section. So that is how I do that. Now let's go back up here. This is July. We're going to go backwards. So I know that I need to plan out this week to the best of my ability. And this is what I use to sketch out and plan out how I think I want my week to go. I do still use paper. And right now I am using a journal. It's really a journal. It's not really a planner that I write out a lot of notes in, which I can do that either in the journal, which is in here, or in here. Because even if I'm writing out notes in my journal, which it's not really a bullet journal, it's kind of sort of a bullet journal, I take a picture of it and I put it in my digital planner. That's what I do. That's how I keep everything in one place. And for daily mundane tasks, I use my phone app, which has everything here. All my tasks and my schedule is all in there. So whenever I make appointments, the first place it goes into is my phone, because that is always with me, always. And my app that I use is called Calendgoo, and it is cross-platform. It is Android, iOS. You can use it on everything, and so it syncs across all of my devices. So this is my tried and true. I don't always want to put little mundane things like I need to do the dishes today in my planner, because it doesn't make sense. But I may, some days I feel this compulsive need to type out every single little task that I have to do, and that's what I will put in my phone. So it will all be there. Plus my phone can give me all the reminders that I need, and I do that. I have an 8 o'clock reminder for medications and things like that, so I never forget those tasks every day. So this is the week, and this is how I am going to be planning, at least for the last half of 2018. Now let me show you a little bit of how I've used my planner for this. Actually, I have been doing this for over a year now, so I kind of go back and forth on using exclusively this or using paper with this in conjunction with it, but I always try to keep this up to date. And see, this is where I snapped in pictures from my journal here to make sure I have it all in the digital planner. This was tracking. This was the month of April. I used it a lot in April, trying to keep track of everything I needed to do. More from my journal. I like to scrapbook. More scrapbooking mixed in with the planning. When I have a lot of notes to take, sometimes it's much easier to use this. And this was last week when I was testing out this new design in here. I just kind of put it there. And this is this week, which I'm no longer going to be using it. So when I archive this, I'm actually going to delete all of the blank calendar pages like this so that the file will be smaller and I can just put it away. I will turn all of this into a PDF file and save it over in Evernote. In the back, I do keep notes behind the tabs, mostly work and online learning. That type of thing all goes back there. And that's it. So starting out this month, I do know that I want to, let me go behind my bonus page, my bonus section, and I'm going to actually copy a blank page and put it in behind my month of May, because there are some notes that I need to keep for the month. Done. Add. Paste it there. So I'm going to keep some notes on One Book July, which is coming up. That's way too small. And there will be more on this coming up, so make sure you watch my videos. So I'm going to keep some notes on 1 book July here on what I need to do, that type of thing, and thinking ahead for that. And then we get into the week. So I'm going to later go back in and fill in yesterday and today my top 3, just to give you a look at how I use this. I'm focusing on a video, and I don't worry about writing neat. I am never concerned with writing neat. And let's see, that's just too messy though. I have to answer some email. I also need to remember to pay the guy who mows my grass. As far as my schedule, I know what I did already this morning. Let's do the red. I didn't do much of anything yesterday. I actually took the day off for the holiday. And I will tell you, this right here is my comfort zone. I don't know why every planner that I use, I feel like I have to have some type of schedule for me to look at to see what I did throughout the day. And I think it's because it's a way for me to hold myself accountable, especially when you are working from home. You can dwindle away a lot of time and not even know what it was that you were actually doing. So if I keep track of what I'm doing throughout the day, then it holds me more accountable. And even if I'm not doing a lot of work, I can see if I was being productive with something else. So that is why I like having that schedule, because I no longer really need this. In my previous job, this made a lot of sense because of appointments and things that I was running around doing all day long, where I had to be certain places at certain time or work certain hours. But for me now, it's just an accountability thing. So let me see here. And for notes, right here, I'm not going to put any additional tasks down here. I think I will wait to the end of the day and write in gratitude or so forth. So I'll do that for yesterday here also and keep track of all of that. Plus some eating note, like a food journal. I like to keep that because ever since I switched over my diet, I like to keep track of that because I need to hold myself accountable for that also. So this is kind of just the overview of the week. This is the month, and I'm just going to take it from there. And other people, they'll ask me, how can they build in reminders into their digital planner? And technically for this, there's no reminder system because it's like using a paper planner. Your paper planner does not give you a reminder, but that is why I use it in conjunction with this that goes in my phone, because this will give me all the reminders that I need. So now I am going to go play and just add in stickers and so forth and decorate, which I am not going to get into it that much in this video. I do have several videos where I show how I do this. So in detail, we're going to edit, crop. I just want the flamingo. Let me freehand this. I'm going to pick that flamingo out of there, and I just want him. Right there. And I'll put in more decoration just to make it pretty, make it something to look, something nice to look at. And it gives me motivation to use it. I just recently went through and scanned in a bunch of new stickers from my Mambi sticker books that I can use in my planner. So I'm pretty excited about that. Plus I also have the sticker kits that I've added to the shop that I can use now also. So there's going to be more of those. And there are several new planners. There are my the classic ones that I have that I've been doing for a year now, and those are all updated for the academic year. And then there is this new design that is a totally new design that's also available. If you guys have any questions about my planners, just put it down below about how you would move into a new planner. I do have another video on the channel showing more of the nitty-gritty on how to actually copy and paste information from one planner into another, and that's further down the last time I moved into a planner, and you can find that on my list, my channel list. But as far as this planner is concerned, just put questions below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. You guys have a great day, and I will see you next time.